When I was growing up, I had to switch schools because of bullying. I actually switched from a public school to a Catholic school. Classes were much smaller. There was a lot more supervision. Every teacher had an investment in every student's success. There has always been a morality clause. It doesn't require the teacher to be Catholic. It doesn't require them to be Christian. They should provide an example that is in keeping with the Christian nature of the school. What the Archdiocese of Cincinnati has done is to greatly expand that. The most talked about line in it is that a teacher cannot publicly support the homosexual lifestyle. Immediately tied to that is, if you do support those things publicly, then we're going to fire you.
Contract was presented to me last school year. I immediately felt that it wasn't something that I wanted to take part in, as my son is gay. Catholic education is important to me, and I think they're just missing the ball right now.
I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through 2 master's degrees at 2 different Catholic universities, Notre Dame and Xavier. February 11th, 2013, I was fired for claiming on my personal blog that ethically, morally, and legally, gay people should be afforded the same rights through marriage that my wife and I, as straight people, are afforded. And I was fired for that. The Archdiocese is not doing well. Financially, they're not doing well enrollment-wise, and they're not doing well in the pews. Their reaction is to force employees to sign something that asks them to denounce their family members and their friends and their loved ones.
I'm proud that I was the first openly gay person elected as Cincinnati City Councilor, the first openly gay person elected in the city. I went to a Catholic grade school, Catholic high school. I moved here to Cincinnati to go to Xavier University. And then I went on to University of Dayton Law School, which is a Catholic law school. There was a lot of acceptance and warmth. It really was a place where people could all feel welcome. The morality clause does not reflect the Catholic Church that I know. Ultimately, it hurts our kids. Ultimately, it takes good teachers and says, you know, if you have a gay son or a gay daughter and you support them, even though you're the best teacher, we don't want you.
I got phone calls when the contract came out, in tears, asking, well, what does this mean for a student like me? Will they be able to come out to a teacher like you?
Gay people deserve to have what everyone else has. Love is love. And who am I to say what kind of love is right?
I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I identify as a lesbian.
I've been in Catholic school since 5th grade. I identify as queer.
I attended a Catholic high school in Marion, Ohio. I identified as gay in high school.
I grew up going to Mass and going to a Catholic school. I am transsexual and gender fluid.
I started going to Catholic schools in 6th grade. I identify as queer.
I definitely think that my Catholic education made me who I am. I identify as lesbian, gay, queer, all of those.
I wouldn't trade my Catholic education for anything. I currently identify as bisexual.
I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I am extremely proud of my mom for not signing the Archdiocese teacher contract.
I went to Catholic school, and I know that I wouldn't be alive if I hadn't gone to Catholic school. But there was a culture of silence around being gay. The inability to have conversations about being lesbian, about being bi, about being trans. By creating this project, we have the ability to have people talk about what their lives are like, what happens in Catholic schools. I think this is the way to start the conversation. I think we can begin to make a real impact. This project is kind of my love letter to Catholic schools because you taught me how to think. So now let's look at how to work on this problem.